So, how do you bless more people and receive the abundance of the universe? In other words, how do you get more customers, help more people, and make more money using the power of social media and online marketing? I myself struggled with this for a very long time. I watched my parents struggle with it. All of us, me, my parents, we created amazing products and services. My dad was the astrologer who was interviewed for the Modern Astrology Handbook, best-selling book, Astrology for You. It was all his ideas. He's one of the best astrologers in the world. My mother wrote award-winning fantasy fiction. She's also a very powerful healer, knows real magic, puts it in her books. People absolutely love them. But some of her books did better than others, and was it because they were better books? Not necessarily. A lot of times it was depending on which publisher she was working with, which one knew how to do the marketing right. And for me, I made an album. I write music, play guitar, sing. That's just one of the things that I did in my life. And this album, I had incredible testimonials from the people. I was distributing it through small shows, online on CD Baby, and I got some radio play. I got on NBC as well on TV. I got radio airplay in 10 different countries. Actually more, but I did well in Japan and Australia and Ireland. And the publicist, I paid her, a couple $1,000, and she didn't really have a coherent modern marketing strategy that had all the moving parts covered. So yes, I got radio play, but did that translate into dollars in my bank account or more customers? Not really, actually. I think I've gotten more new customers just from doing little shows. So my whole life I've been wishing that I could help all these talented and amazing people who are creating amazing things to bless others with, such as my mother, my father, myself. I wanted to be able to help them, but the idea of marketing, if you even mentioned it to me, I would get overwhelmed by it, stressed out. It would just seem like, I was always looking to find somebody who could do it for me. I networked all over LA, all over the country, really. I met, Donovan is a guy that I got compared to a lot. He's actually, my parents took me to a Donovan concert when I was a little kid. And, I got all inspired. And then when I was older, when a number of the Doobie Brothers and a bunch of other legendary musicians played on my album, they would compare me to Donovan, and then I networked my way into meeting his manager, and he, like everyone who listened to my album, I had people saying, "Oh, I listen to this album every morning before I go teach elementary school," or this mom said her 11-year-old son listened to it every night before he fell asleep. And I had people tell me that they put it in their car and they just never took it out for a year because they loved it so much. And it made, people said it was healing and cathartic and all these amazing things. But the question was, well, how do I get it out to more people, and how does that translate into a livelihood for myself? And where was I? So anyway, so I passionately wanted to help people, but if you mentioned marketing to me, and this is not uncommon, I've been talking to people about embracing videos online, and you'd be surprised how many people have small businesses that are just terrified of making a video like this. I've also, talked to people about their online strategy, and they get this look on their face. It breaks my heart to see them having such amazing gifts, and then when you even try to talk about marketing, a lot of people feel very frustrated, as I did. And after a long time, my partner Sophia, who's not in this video today, but she'll probably be in the next one. She started reading books about marketing by Gary Vaynerchuk. He's a legend in the field, and we started watching some online videos from Tai Lopez, who has made many millions of dollars from the power of social media. And she actually got me excited about marketing. And then when I started studying it, I realized, wow, this is my magic wand. This is the way that I can have my fantasy of everything I touch turning to gold. This is the way that I can succeed in any business. This is the way I can help the people I care about succeed. This is how I can help people. So I'm here to help you today, and so let's start at the beginning. So first of all, if I mention the idea of you putting out videos online, does that scare you? Does that terrify you? You should know that people watching on video, for them, it's really not very different than them talking to you in person. It's just that you only have to say the thing that you say over and over one time, because the subconscious mind can't tell the difference between watching a video and talking to somebody in person. So with more people, with Black Friday last 2 years in a row, Christmas shopping, way more people buying online than in malls. There's a lot of online purchasing going on year-round now, and in fact, more than half the people who are buying online are buying on their phones. So we all need to embrace video. So if making videos terrifies you, here's a practical kind of suggestion. Just make a video once a day. Just record yourself and just watch it. You don't have to put it out yet. But if you do it every day, kind of like if you perform on stage a lot and you just keep playing shows, then you won't get stage fright much anymore. So you'll get comfortable with it. And the first time you watch your videos, you're gonna be probably a perfectionist, and you're gonna be looking at your hair and like, oh my gosh, I don't want to show this to anybody. And the funny thing is that the videos that people respond to most on social media are actually very raw and very real, and they're not perfect, and they're not highly produced videos. They're just somebody sincerely trying to help somebody else. And so another thing you should be thinking about is giving value. Like right now, I'm laying out for you some things that are going to help you with your marketing. I'm giving you value. I'm not trying to sell you something right away, even though I have marketing packages right down here on the page. But I'm going to get to that later, and you should too. The first thing you should be doing when you are putting yourself out online is giving people value and helping them. So that's the first thing to keep in mind. And in addition to just making a video every day until you get comfortable with it, there's a lot of clearing techniques for clearing out negative limiting beliefs. My father does spirit touches, which is energy work, using your astrology chart to connect the points of the issues that were foretold in the stars when you were born. That's been incredibly helpful to me. There's another a man named Arno Garan who does our shows as a speaker, and we did his workshop. He has a technique called the 7 steps that you can do on yourself. Very, very powerful. I highly recommend that. And there's a lot of other things you can do. Hypnosis, theta healing, the list goes on. If you need some specific recommendations, you can give me a call. The phone number's at the top of the page, 415-609-8414. But so yeah, you're gonna need to probably do some clearing work. And there's a great channel on YouTube, speaking of online media, there's a channel called The Honest Guys, and they've got tons of free hypnosis videos, tons of affirmations. I've made affirmations a daily habit. And also, if you really want to accelerate your business, stop complaining. It's amazing. Just try it. Try it for a week or a day. See if you can make it 30 days, but see if you can make it through a day with no complaining. And every time you complain, say 3 things you're grateful for, until all you're doing is speaking blessings. So that's kind of, the first thing is are you emotionally ready? Do you have the mental framework that you're ready to put yourself out there. So that's step one. If you're already kind of there and you've got a daily practice going, you're doing meditation, you're doing affirmations, and you're not afraid to make videos. So maybe you've tried some things. Maybe you've tried posting on Facebook. Even maybe some of you have done it regularly. Maybe you made a couple YouTube videos and then you were disappointed with the amount of views you got. So before we get to all that, is really a first step that a lot of people skip. And yes, our company, we do offer marketing services. But before you even, I wouldn't even want you to pay us to do your marketing month after month and take one of our plans if, the first thing I would want to make sure of, so that would be worth doing, is your website mobile optimized? Do you even know what your brand story is? Do you know what a brand story is? Do you have a video on your website that tells your brand story and offers value to the person watching it, and then has a call to action at the end? Is there a way to buy what you have to sell on that page? And before you go putting a ton of energy into Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Instagram, this is the first step. The people that are harnessing the power of social media and turning that into millions of dollars, like my teacher and my partner's teacher, Tai Lopez, who is one of the top 3 social media online marketers in the world as far as turning it into actual money. And I can attest, I know for sure that he's made probably $100 million off the power of social media in the last couple of years. And one of the reasons that his stuff converts so well, I'm sure you've seen him on YouTube, but click through to one of his landing pages or go to his website, tailopez.com, TAI Lopez.com, and take a look. If you click on any of his products, what does the page look like? It starts with a video where he gives you some value, and he teaches you, and he helps you. And then he offers you to buy his program, and you can buy it right there below on the page. So those are the first steps, is to make sure you have these elements in place. So if you're driving traffic somewhere, that there's a specific and very clear call to action. So what's a brand story? I mentioned brand story. So the brand story, I kind of told you mine already, which is feeling frustrated by wanting to help myself and other people get these amazing things they've created to the people who need them. So that was a little bit of my brand story. So your brand story, it should start with kind of like a hook, or it's not necessarily starting at the beginning, but it's starting at a crossroads in your life of why are you helping people in the way you're helping them? What made you so passionate about it that you went out there and followed the path of the entrepreneur and put in all this time to build your business? Names, places, like I told you the story of watching my mom and my dad creating these amazing things and then struggling with the marketing aspect for years. So you need specific names and places. Tell your story. Answer these questions. What do you help people with, and why? Why do you help people with that? What is the story behind it? How did this start? What was the crossroads in your life that made you become passionate about the healing arts? Or how did you begin to be able to be clairvoyant, or whatever it is that your gift is? Why did you get into raw food? If you're a raw food chef, did you have a experience? Did you have a health challenge? Arnaud Gourand, who I mentioned earlier, has an amazing brand story. He almost died when he was 20 years old or 19 years old. I can't remember. He was a very young man, and he was diagnosed with a few months to live, and he cured himself through the power of reprogramming his subconscious mind and eating a raw plant-based diet. And it's 20 years later now, and he's very healthy. So that is an amazing story. So after he tells you that story, then, he says, hey, if you want to learn how to heal yourself of anything, and he's got all kinds of testimonials, that helps too. He says, come to my workshop. It's a weekend, it costs $1,000, but it's a technique you can use for the rest of your life to help you and your family. And, so that's how he tells his story. And that's how he gets people in the door. So you're going to need a brand story. The first thing we would do with you, if you worked with us, and the thing that I would advise you to do even if you don't work with us, is first get that story down. It's the foundation of everything. So until you have a brand story, if you're just posting random stuff, and don't feel bad because even the big corporations haven't figured out how to use social media right. Taco Bell, MTV, all those companies, if you look at their social media, it's just a bunch of random stuff and it's not really telling any kind of story. But what you want to do is you want to have a very strong brand story, and you want to reinforce that brand story across all of the social networks, and you want to funnel all those people to landing pages that have very, very clear calls to action, and you want to use video a lot. So I hope that helps you. If you want to talk about it more and get more detailed with it, you can call us at the phone number above. And we'll be doing some more free videos to help you. If you just want to go ahead and have us work with you to tell you to put your brand story together and make the video and make sure all this stuff is in place, or if you already have it in place and you want us to just get started marketing you every month, there's some packages below on this page. There's one package is $9.97 a month, and it's cancel anytime, first month money back guarantee. So if you're not totally happy with what we do in the first month, you can just cancel. We'll give you your money back. Honestly, if you don't already have a lot going on social media and you're kind of starting with only a few likes and views, you should probably stick with us for at least 3 months if you really want it, because it's going to kind of snowball. It's going to start gradually and then it'll snowball. But you will learn a lot even from working with us a month, and ultimately we don't want you to be dependent on us. We're hoping that you'll want to take the reins and empower yourself, and that maybe you'll do some of it yourself. But if you just want us to handle it for you, we'll work for you as long as you want. Month after month, you can cancel anytime. We can cancel anytime. Like I said, you get a money back guarantee on the first month, so there's no risk to try it. We do have a couple more expensive packages. One is $19.97 a month, and one is $49.97 a month. Those are for people that are, I recommend you start with the first one unless you already have a lot going on and a lot of business happening. But those ones just, the first one just involves basically we're handling your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, and your YouTube. And first, we will make sure that your brand story is good, and we're gonna check out your website and your emails and all your social networks and kind of assess where you're at. So don't worry, we'll help advise on the right place to start. But anyway, the bigger plans are basically the same thing, except we're gonna do more some additional stuff like search engine optimization. We're also gonna do a lot of additional brand spending. So a lot of where that extra money goes is we're gonna be doing a lot of paid targeted advertising for you across the internet and social media. So that's where a lot of that extra money goes. Just to be totally transparent and honest, we are just launching. This is our first page. This is our first video for our marketing services. We have one client already. His name's Dean Price. He's my father. If you want a testimonial, you can give him a call, 831-239-6835. He produces the New Earth Expo and the Holistic Living Expo. And we've been starting to apply these new techniques over the last couple weeks, and so far, he's very happy, and he wants to keep going. He's on the second level package, the $19.97 a month. But because we're so new, that's one of the things. That's one of the reasons we offer a money back guarantee, because we want to make sure you're happy. And worst case scenario, if you're unhappy, we give you your money back, and you've gotten some free marketing and learned some new things that are going to help you. But for the first 3 people that come on as clients, we're offering the level 1 package for half off. So I don't know exactly half of $997 is up at the top of my head. I should be able to figure this out. Okay, so half of 1,000 is 500. So therefore, there's it's like $498.50. I think I did that mental math right. And as far as the 2 bigger packages, the mid-level and the higher level package of the $199.7 and the $499.7 a month packages, we can't offer a full money back guarantee on those. We can still guarantee the $1,000 back for the first month, but a lot of that, as I said, we will be paying for a lot of paid advertising for you from Google, Facebook, Twitter, ads. You can even advertise on Instagram. So we can't offer all of that back. But again, if you're concerned about it, just start at the lowest level and see if you like it, and then we'll go from there. So I hope you found this video helpful, and we'll definitely be bringing you some more videos. We're gonna teach you everything we know. So stay tuned, because there's a lot more good stuff to come. And if you're ready to get started, just click the button below or click on any of the packages and you can buy right now. All right, well, stay blessed and have a beautiful, beautiful day and life. Thank you.